Hello everybody, welcome to the United Stand. This is your Galatasaray against Manchester United, of course. Watch along. And I tell you what, they're saying welcome to hell. It'll be nothing like the 90s. Nothing like the 90s, but it is going to be a very big challenge. It's going to be a challenge because of the opposition and the crowd and the hostile crowd. But it's also going to be a challenge because of the weather. The weather has been remarkably wet today. You could almost argue that it's a bit of a concert for Marty Pello. It's wet, wet, wet. But the game goes on. How much of an impact that is going to have on this game, we will have to wait and see. But Alexi says we can't win with that team. Well, let's get this team up on the screen and then we can talk about that. It's an interesting game for Manchester United, this. Very, very interesting. And I'm certainly very, very excited about it in the sense that I think we can win this game. I think we have to win this game. And that's the team on the screen for you. Now, we're sponsored by Manscaped. We'll get that up for you in a moment as well. But I feel that that team, I don't have a massive problem with it. There's one player I've got a problem with, and I would be a real hypocrite if I didn't call it out. Rafael Varane. I just don't get why we don't pick Rafael Varane. It absolutely baffles me, and I feel that Lindelof and Maguire, whilst they've done good. They're an accident waiting to happen. I just feel like, why have an accident waiting to happen? I'm absolutely convinced they're going to cost us a game at some point. So why do we keep doing it? And you can change a winning team. There's no Mainu in the team today. He's brought Højlund in. He's brought Anthony in. He's brought Wan-Bissaka in. So you can change a winning team. And Varane is the best centre-back that we've got. And we're playing 3 games in 6 days. And it's a Champions League game. So I would have picked Varane. That's the only thing I will say. But in relation to Mainu, I sort of get it. Space Oddie says, I think Ten Hag is in relationship with Anthony. I expected Anthony to start. I think it's an experience thing. Obviously, he spent a lot of money on him. I fully expected Anthony to start. And on Mainu, I actually don't have a massive problem with it. My microphone is way too low. I don't actually have a massive problem with Mainu not playing, because really it just goes back to what I'd said before, that we've got a midfielder here who's 18 years of age. We're playing 3 games in 6 days, and he's only just come back from a major long injury. The last thing we want to do is, burn him out or injure him. I think he will definitely start against Newcastle. So I think that really, when it comes to young players, we should be protecting them. And I don't really have a massive problem with that. I mean, I don't think we should be at the point where we're relying on Mainu in a game like this. Must win tonight, Mark. Hope the team is up for it, as the fans, says Jack. Yes, and look, I'm quite encouraged that Amrabat's starting. I mean, I'd have dropped McTominay and played Amrabat and Mainu anyway. So I'm quite excited that Amrabat's playing. The pitch is going to be really interesting. We cannot deny that. I mean, there's still a risk that the game could be called off in game. I have had the TV on, but I haven't been looking at it massively. I mean, it is chucking it down with rain. I don't know what the drainage system is like here, but the game kicks off in 25 minutes. It's a 5:45 kickoff, Sam. And yeah, I think, look, I quite like that front four. Great to have Rasmus back. Obviously, Garnacho starts. Bruno's in the team. Good to have our best fullbacks playing. Little bit concerned about the centre-backs and the centre midfield, but I'd be concerned about that whoever played. I really, really would. The bench is interesting. Let me just go through the bench for you. Manchester United. Well, I haven't looked at the bench. I know Varane's on it. I think Pelistri's on it. Yeah, so we've got Bienda, Heaton, 2 goalkeepers on the bench. Delo, Varane, Reguilon and Dan Gore. Hannibal, Mainu, Pelistri, Hugill and Martial. Not a lot of experience really in that midfield or in the attack. I mean, in fact, the midfield has got no experience, has it? Gore, Hannibal and Mainu are the midfield options. Pelistri, Hugill and Martial are the attacking options. We've got decent options off the bench defensively. We do have to take into account as well. Would you have played this game? Breaking news coming out from The Athletic as well. Manchester United will listen to offers for Varane in the January transfer window. It's tragic. It's absolutely tragic. I just do not get it. How can you go from being our best centre-back last season when we had a really good season I mean, I get the Sancho one. I do get the Jadon Sancho one, but I don't get this one. I don't get it at all. I don't get what's gone wrong between Ten Hag and Varane. This is the guy, you know, Ten Hag was talking about the new camp. He was talking about how we can play well away from home. Varane was bloody brilliant. I don't get it. I don't get it. Palm says maybe it's Sir Jim clearing out the high earners. Maybe, but I just do not get that at all. It makes zero sense to me. I don't get it. Anyway, we are sponsored by Manscaped on the show. I've got to get this in, and Christmas is coming. You might be getting hairy. Get yourself a Manscaped lawnmower and trim yourself down there. Trim the grass to make the yard look bigger. Precision engineering for your family jewels. That is the lawnmower. It does a great job down there and makes everything look bigger. But you have a Cyber Week discount. It's normally 20% off with free worldwide shipping with the code TUS. Today, it is 25% off with free worldwide shipping with the code TUS. Check out Manscaped, absolutely fantastic. They've also got the Weed Whacker, which is for up the nose, which is fantastic. They've got the Beard Trimmer, which has got 10 different lengths if you like to have different length stubble like me. And they've got the Handyman, which basically can take anywhere you want with you. Listen to that. Old school, and that'll clean shave you. I do use it, but I don't have a clean shave. I just use it around this area and the face and the neck where I want it to be clean shaven. Fantastic products, they really are. Manscaped, 25% off if you do it quick with the code TUS. Normally 20% off with free worldwide shipping. It's 25% off with free worldwide shipping. Big shout out to Manscaped, and thank you very much to them for sponsoring this huge show tonight. It's been a bit of a weird one. I've got to say, it's been a bit of a weird one because I don't like 5:45 kickoffs at all. I know we had them a little bit in last season in the Europa League, but to be having a game of this magnitude at I'm live at 5:25. This just doesn't feel right. But it better feel right because the game is absolutely huge. And on top of that, we've got these weather conditions, which I don't understand in the modern game how a football pitch cannot sustain water. Like, this is just a drainage issue. Like, this pitch should be perfectly playable. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Now, interestingly, somebody said if the game gets called off, or if it had been called off, UEFA would push Manchester United to play it tomorrow. And we've got Newcastle on Saturday night. So we need to get this game played and we need to win this game. What are your thoughts on the team, everybody? Get your comments in, super chats you can do through the $ as well. We'll read those out. What are your thoughts on the team? What are your thoughts on the chances of that Manchester United side winning this game? I'll go through the Galatasaray team for you in a moment. I believe Mainu and Martial change is rotational, but I definitely would have played Varane and Lindelof, says Drub. How many minutes till kickoff, says E. About 20. Don't give these players any excuse to lose the game because of the weather, says Steve. I'm not giving them any excuses, mate. I mean, we're Manchester United. It pisses it down with rain in Manchester all the time. We can't use the rain as the weather. Well, we can use the rain as the weather, but we can't use it as an excuse. In relation to the team that Galatasaray have picked, it slightly stronger in the sense of the number of players that you will recognise. Muslera in goal, Bowie, Bardaki, Ahan and Angelino as centre-back, as the defence. Torreira and Ndembele and Mertens as the midfield three. Ziyech, Icardi and Zaha as the front three. Davinson Sanchez did play in their last game. Not involved today. Don't know whether he's injured. Don't know whether he's suspended. But that's another player you might have recognised. But it's a strong Galatasaray side, and we certainly know a lot about it. No Donny on the bench, says Zer. What do you think about Galatasaray, Mark? Well, I think that they've got players that we know a lot about. We know who Ndembele is. We know who Torreira is. We know who Mertens is. We know who Zaha is, Ziyech and Icardi. But I would say, would you sign any of those players from Man United? Because I think sometimes we fall into this trap of, oh, we know the names, but do we know them for the right reasons? Would any of those players be players you'd want to sign for Manchester United? Just because we know some of the names doesn't mean that, you know, they're good. I think that Donny's not registered for the Champions League, says Dylan, which is probably why he's not been picked. I think they'll score tonight, But I think we've got to try and get hold of that midfield. We really have. And look, I've always been a big fan of Icardi. I think off-field things have probably diminished his career, if we're being honest. But yeah, I think it's going to be hugely intriguing. We know that people like Ziyech and Zaha and Mertens are potential match winners, but sometimes they're not. And hopefully tonight will be like that. Come on, Mark. I watched this channel from the very beginning. Love it. And for the first time, I disagree. Mainu was class and had to play. So honestly, if he was the manager, would he have played? Great question, Chris. Yes, I'd have picked him. I would have picked him. But obviously, I backed the manager. But no, I would have picked him because I just think he was... It's not just about... It's not just about age. I get why he's not picked him. Let me make it very clear. I get why he's not picked Mainu, because it's about protecting a young player. And I'm never going to argue with that. And I don't know what's going on the training ground. So I completely understand why he's not starting. I'm not surprised by it. But I would have picked him because I just think McTominay's a ghost. I think he's an absolute ghost. I don't think he does anything. I mean, if McTominay scores, he's done his job, because that's all he really does. Amrabat, we've not really seen anything of, and we've got nobody else. Whereas Mainu played, I think Mainu got man of the match on Sunday. So on Sunday. So yeah, I would have picked him. But I don't know the reasons why he hasn't. This is the most important game of 2023, says JJJ. Thank you very much for your super chat, pal. McTominay is an urban myth footballer because he's English, says Addy. Well, he's Scottish. Conditions probably suit McTominay more. It'll be scrappy game. Bring Mainu on 60th minute. Well, look, I mean, we don't want to talk about it, but this is a game where if we can get the win, that's all that matters. But if we can come out of it with any injuries, that would be great. Without any injuries. Dejan says Galatasaray are overrated with some washed-up ex-European players. Will easily beat them, says Dejan. I'm just looking at that rain. It's not even like... It's just pouring down. Absolutely pouring down. It doesn't seem to be a huge issue, but it's absolutely pouring down at the moment. Sam, you barred, get out, you twat. And Mark, is the number 9 role dead at United for now? It's a 66 gaming. We've got a number 9 playing. His name's Rasmus Højlund. Well, they keep going pitch side here. Obviously, the rain is pouring down, but I can see the ball's moving fine across the pitch. I think it's synthetic these days as well. I mean, I was saying it was going to be a mud bath. I don't think you can get a mud bath with the modern pitch. Have we got any grass specialists here? And I don't mean do you smoke cannabis. I mean, is anyone a grass specialist? Because I don't think these pitches cut up anymore. I've just seen Anthony running around with the ball. It's moving fine. I think it goes ahead. Mark, I'm pro Erik ten Hag, but is there something to be said about him falling out with great players? Varane, Sancho, Ronaldo. Why does this keep happening, says Wolf. Look, I don't want to dwell on the Varane thing. I would have picked him. All I know about Varane, and you know it as well, he's not an easy player to fall out with. You know, he's a model professional who's done it all. I don't really get what that's all about. I've got no idea what that's all about at all. I think it started with Erik ten Hag picking Johnny Evans in a Manchester derby, and that's where we are with it. Mark, it's Snoop here. I'm sure the grass is going to be all right. It says overrated. And most pitches now are 95% real and 5% synthetics, is Patrick. Yeah, what I mean is they don't churn up like the, you know. I remember Old Trafford in the past, like, you know, it would be churning up as they play. But even looking at that pitch there, it's not churning up, is it? The players look all right. I think the pitch is looking fine. I'm with Tim. And the drainage is what it's all about, says Kyle. Yeah. I mean, I've played amateur football. I've managed at amateur football level. And there's certain grounds in the Birmingham area that, you know, if you get a little bit of rain a month ago, they won't be playing on it for a month. So, you know, the grass is going to be the worst for the keepers, says AJ. And it doesn't make any sense, says Dylan. The players he wanted gone are now first team. And the ones he wanted to keep are off, says Dylan A. Another super chat coming in from Jack. He says, Jack Glancy says, if McTominay unleashes his inner Shrek that all his Scotsmen have on this swamp-like pitch, we'll be fine. Get out my Swamp FC, says Jack. Thank you very much. Noah, welcome to the Members Club. And Glenny Boy says, hopefully Angelino will be crying after having to deal with our wingers. Thank you very much for that. Quarter to bloody 6, says Lee Berman. And Paul says, thanks, Mark. I remember those days at Old Trafford. The pitch was a disaster. Do you remember when they expanded and blamed the new roof and sunlight? I do remember those days. I mean, I remember, sound like a bloody old man here, but who, you know, you used to hit November. I mean, the only time a pitch looked good was in August, because as soon as you hit September, it would start to churn up. You know, you go and watch a match, Old Trafford, in like December, January time, and it would be like brown from all around the goal mouth to the edge of the box, and then all around the centre circle. There wouldn't be much grass. You know, the pitches were terrible. They're very, very, very pampered now, the modern footballer. And look, I was at West Ham for the Sidemen game. I've played at Old Trafford. I mean, if you can ever get a chance to do it, obviously it's on a bucket list of most of us. But not only that, the balls they use, the pitch they play on, there's no excuse for a bad pass. It's like a bloody carpet. Same at West Ham. The pitches they play on in the Premier League now, they're like carpets. They make you play better. They make you want to be Carrick, because they're just carpets. You're just knocking a ball around, and there's no divots, there's no unevenness. They are incredible. So, but it'll be interesting to see how this pitch fares tonight. But I think it's going to be. Look, it's going to be really interesting. We've spoken too much, I think, about the team news and too much about the grass, when actually I think we're here to talk about the actual game itself. And I am, you know, the only change I would make is Varane, and I'm ready. I said that in the preview. If it goes wrong tonight because of the centre backs, I'm blaming Ten Hag. Like, I'm not Ten Hag, but I'm not Ten Hag out. Far from it, but. I think it's risky. Some people will feel the same about Anthony playing. Some people will feel the same about not picking Mainu. But I think it's absolutely incredible. Whether you're selling a player or not, pick them. Like, we're playing 3 games in 6 days. Bloody pick them. I just don't get it. It makes absolutely no sense to me at all. But let's have a look at what Ten Hag has said ahead of the game. Huge game for Manchester United, of course. He's had a few things to say about the weather. He said we're used to it, Manchester weather here. He said, this is what he said to the team. I said to the team, I want to hear them whistling because they whistle when the opposition has the ball. When they whistle, it means we control the game. And on Mainu, he said he can't play every game. He's coming back from an injury, so he has to get used to a number of games in a high level and high intensity. And that, you can't argue with that. You can't argue with that. I was asked a few minutes ago, would I have started Kobe Mainu in this game? And I said yes, but I don't know the detail of what his fitness level are, what intensity he can put up with. I don't think you can argue with Eric Ten Hag there. He's basically saying that Mainu's coming back from a long injury. We've got to manage his minutes and his intensity, which, you know, if he picks him tonight and he gets injured for 3 months, he's gone, isn't he? Pitch design change for the Olympic Games. It should be fine, says Andy Mack. And Mark, hope you're well. How are you feeling about McTominay, says GB. I don't really have any thoughts on McTominay because we've got such a big injury crisis. I mean, I'd pick Bruno, Mainu, and Amrabat, but obviously that Ten Hag is just obsessed with McTominay again now. I don't think McTominay's actually played that well since the 2 goals against Brentford. I think he's been coasting. I know he scored against Sheffield United, but I don't think he played well at the weekend. I don't think he played well against Luton. I don't think he played well against Copenhagen. I don't think he's playing well at all. I really don't. But the team is winning, and Ten Hag puts up with it because he will always give you 100%. As I said, I've got no problem with McTominay or Maguire or Lindelof or whoever else. But what does concern me is at some point we will get beaten badly because they're not good enough. And I said this in the international break. You can't just keep picking these players and playing survival football because at some point that survival football, you can't keep doing it. You've got to progress. And look, maybe it'll be tonight, maybe it'll be Newcastle, maybe it'll be Chelsea, maybe it'll be Anfield. But at some point, that team's going to get its arse handed on a plate because it has vulnerabilities. We saw what happened against Everton. Everton created loads of chances. If they could finish, we didn't keep a clean sheet because we defended well against Everton. We kept a clean sheet because Everton couldn't hit the ocean from a boat. So at some point, it's going to get absolutely destroyed. And then all these people who are going, yeah, let's pick Lindelof and Maguire, will go, why is Varane not playing? Ten Hag's getting away with the Varane stuff because we're winning. Soon as we start losing, everyone's going to go, why is our best centre-back not on the pitch? Why is he falling out with another centre-back? That's on the download, unless he can keep winning, and I hope he can. But I do have concerns because I watched the whole 2 seasons of Maguire and Lindelof and McTominay and Fred, and, you know, in general, the fan base had enough of it. So I think the reason why Erik ten Hag plays Scooby-Doo is because he saved his job. Yeah, I think he's been very loyal to the players that have kept him in a job, J Drums. I think he does. Thank you very much for your super chat, by the way. You can do that through the $sign and we'll read those out. But yeah, I think it's... I think we're ready. I think we're ready. And I think we can win this. I'm going with a Manchester United win. I'm going to go 3-2. I think Galatasaray will score, but I back Manchester United to score more. I mean, look, we've not even mentioned the absence of Rashford. I know some people think that that's not a big thing, but I do. I do think the absence of Rashford, even as an option, makes it harder. Obviously suspended. There's not a hell of a lot on the bench if you need to change the game. I mean, Mainu, Gore and Mabry. I like all 3 of them, but they're young kids. Hugel, Martial and Pellistri. I mean, Pellistri normally makes an impact. I'm just looking at the crowd here. I mean, I'm loving this. I mean, I've got to be honest. I've just been a little bit reticent this afternoon, as I'm sure many of you are, looking at the weather, thinking, oh, is it going to get called off? I don't want to get too excited. But now that we're close to kickoff and you can see the fans in the ground, yeah, bring this on. This is one of the games that, you know, you look forward to, doesn't it? Great to see Garnacho get the start tonight. Feeling positive. Let's go United, says Noah. I had no doubt that Garnacho would start tonight. I mean, why wouldn't he start? And Heart of United says, I love the Garnacho hoodie. Ready for the December the 11th. Hope the family is well, mate. And you as well, says Heart United. I can't actually show it you on screen. I was going to reveal it tomorrow, but we have dropped the link in the video, in the live chat. There's a brand new Christmas jumper that you need to check out if you get a minute. It's called Garnacho Ho Ho, and it's obviously something to do with the Everton game at the weekend. So check it out. Christmas jumper, new design. Links in the live chat if you want to go and have a look at that. We're in Istanbul, aren't we? Says Wanzim. We certainly are. We certainly are. Hello, Mark, mods and everyone, says Amatish. We've had another super chat coming in from Jolene who says, so basically we've returned to the Ollie project prior to Sancho, Varane and Ronaldo. Rely on a keeper and survival football. Welcome to hell is there. You know what? Maybe the weather's a good thing. Maybe the weather's a distraction here to the players, because I think with the weather, that's probably took their mind off it today. I think the weather could actually be a help to United. I know there was this concern that the game could get cancelled, but I think, you know, Ryan and Faz are in Istanbul and they were saying the weather is just ridiculous. There's rain and there's this. So maybe that can be a positive for us. I was only sceptical since Ten Hag loves Rashi, says Noah. Thank you very much, Noah. We're in hell every time we step on the pitch. Doesn't matter against who, says Dante. And remember here, I've got this written down, but the connotations for Manchester United tonight is that we've got 3 points. Galatasaray and Copenhagen have got 4 points. We have to win. If we lose, we're basically out. We've got to go and win this game tonight. Bayern Munich are playing Copenhagen at 8 o'clock, so that's not a distraction. We have to win this game. Draw, there's a slim chance we can go through. Win, it's probably it'll be in our hands, but we've got to win. When will you play next play Fortnite, says Jem? I don't know at the moment. And greetings from Stoke, Mark, and I love your content, says Anglo. Thank you very much, mate. Please do subscribe to the United Stand, by the way. bottom right-hand corner to do it. We're live every night at 8 o'clock, every morning at 10 o'clock, match reactions, previews. We've got player ratings for you that you vote for in the second half. Every player out of 10, 6 being the average star for your man of the match. We're good to go. We're ready to go. And look, whatever you think about it, that's a very, very, very impressive crowd. We had some content actually with the Galatasaray Ultras. They were very accommodating to us over there. I mean, they won't be very accommodating to Manchester United tonight. It's a game of football and they want to win it. I'm very interested actually. I don't know much about Galatasaray. I don't watch Italian football. Sorry, I don't watch Turkish football. I don't watch them. They could be complete shit or they could be really, really good. But they'll certainly be fired up for this. With that sort of a pitch, in that sort of a weather, if you've ever played the game, I've played the game. If you've ever played the game in the rain, first tackle, you get muddy, and then you don't give a shit, do you? You're flying into tackles. I don't think these pitches do that. I don't think you fly into a tackle and get muddy, but it will be wet and it will be slippy. And I think that we'll see some interesting tackles, which could lead to penalties, mistakes, red cards. Who knows? That could play in our favour. If I was Ten Hag, I'd be saying, let's be the ones that don't crunch into tackles. Let them, react to the crowd because they might get a red card. Nick P says, I guarantee if Martinez was on that pitch, he would be picking Varane. He just doesn't rate him next to Harry, says Nick P. Yeah, I think we saw that last year. Martinez works best with Varane, doesn't he? But look, that's something for the future. I mean, I think we're probably going to be buying a centre-back in January by the sounds of it, and it looks like Varane is going to go. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this pans out, and I'm ready for it. I hope you're ready for it as well. I'm excited about this game, and we do need to be ruthless. We've got to be aggressive, but in a controlled manner. And this is a massive game. I think that going to Everton and winning, well, that was sparked by a Garnacho wonder goal, wasn't it? And we didn't play particularly well, but we won 3-0. All our other wins, we've been shit. Fulham, Luton, Sheffield United. So let's see if we can actually put in a good performance here. I mean, we've not even spoken about that. When have United stringed together a good 10-minute performance in any game this season? So this is a big game in the Champions League. If these players are jokers, if it's... A lot of rival fans say, look at your fixture list, you're just jammy that you've had a good run of fixtures. Well, if I was a player for Man United, I'd be like, let's prove to everyone. If you go and win in Galatasaray, that's very different to beating Luton. What are your hopes for Rasmus today, says Felix? I fancy him to score. If I was a betting man, I'd fancy Højlund to score tonight. Yeah, he's top scorer in the Champions League. It's a bit odd how he can't stop scoring in the Champions League and, he can't score in the Premier League. I think that's just... a weird coincidence, but I fancy him to score today. Yeah, I do. I think that I think we'll get some. And also, with no Rashford and Garnacho's a little bit more creative. So yeah, I fancy him to score today. But I'm massively excited about this. As I said to you on the morning show, the games are better when it means more. It matters more when it means more and it feels more. And I feel that with this game, if you win, we've got a great chance of staying in the Champions League. If we lose, we're out. What a contrast that is. But it adds to the excitement and drama of the game. We can't put ourselves in that position where we lose. We've got to go and win it. Okay, I don't know why I went silent there. I was just gathering my thoughts. Remember, we're sponsored by Manscaped. 25% off. Right, let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Watch us wreck the mic. Psych. Right, we're ready. Are you ready? I'm ready. I'm ready to go here. It's gone past 4:45. So referee, we should be kicking off here. Are we ready? Anthony's kneeling down. That pitch don't even look bad now, does it? I don't even know if it's raining. And we go. We move. The timer's up and running. It's time to go. It's time to go. Manchester United playing in white. Are you cold, says Ray. It is a bit cold in the UK today, so I've just gone cosy. I've gone cosy. I'll be moving around a lot, though. Nice ball out wide here. And an interesting start from Galatasaray in the box. Icardi. Amrabat wins it, but they win it back. I'm just looking at this pitch. Ball's moving around okay. Oh, it's held up a little bit there. Yeah, you can see the pitch. It's holding up a little bit, the ball. I mean, it's going to have an impact. It's going to have an impact by the look of it. The ball's not moving as well as it should do. I'd say it's going at about 90%, isn't it? But Galatasaray just knocking the ball around the back here. Amrabat holding the midfield as expected. Bruno playing as the more advanced midfielder. McTominay striding down the right-hand side here. Torreira's with him. It's like little and large. Look at the size difference between Torreira and McTominay. Good play by Anthony, but loses it, but wins it. Into Rasmus. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. That could have been interesting. Zaha. That's an interesting ball into Icardi. They've split us open here with Ziyech. And a good shot and a good block. I mean, where are the bloody centre-backs there? It's Luke Shaw covering already with Icardi. Where's Maguire and Lindelof there? Don't know how we've ended up in that situation. Corner, anyway. Can't be getting broken upon like that. But interesting start. Luke Shaw's never going to let us down in that position. And to be fair, Ziyech shooting from there is not going to beat Onana anyway. But it's an early corner for Galatasaray here. I don't know where the centre-backs were there, but Luke Shaw is doing his job. Crossed by Ziyech. Headed over the bar. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. What is this camera angle, says RK. Welcome to hell. Torreira winning a header. He's no bigger than Bilbo Baggins. I don't want to be heightist, but he ain't big. Bob the Cat says the centre-backs are receiving oxygen already. Well, Icardi's probably the one player I would take. But there's going to be mistakes in this game. Already you can see that it's a brave team that decides to try and keep the ball on the ground here. The atmosphere is nuts, says RJC. Michael says, are you ready for a beating? Atmosphere is mad. Well, you know, United traditionally not great in away grounds. I certainly think teams will shoot on sight. And now, there we go. Shot from, was that Mertens shooting there? Yeah. You'd be stupid not to shoot from distance in a game like this. Lindelof giving the ball up. Amrabat trying to win it back. But they've started off really well here, Galatasaray, and that's going to end up with Onana. But they're moving the ball around really, really well. Odin says, is it slowing the pitch down a little bit? I think Galatasaray seem to have settled a lot better than us so far. Although here's an opportunity with Garnacho down the left-hand side. Attack the box. That's exactly the thing to do. Attacks the box. Oh, I thought it was going in. Oh, Garnacho puts the cross in. It sort of deflects up with the centre-back and Højlund. And it looks to me like it's the keeper's grounded, so he can't do anything about it. Yeah, Højlund gets a shot off. It's blocked by the centre-back. And it flies up off Højlund's ankle. Could have been a goal, that. Pointless long ball by Maguire there. Just keep the fucking ball. What, you know, literally, if I'm Ten Hag there, I'm saying to Maguire, can't you hear me? What did I say before the game? Keep hold of the ball, and they start whistling. Don't boot the ball back to them. Keep hold of the fucking ball. Could have been 1-0 up, though. Look, we'll probably play the same way we did against Everton, won't we? Which is counter. Goal kick to Man United. What's Mark's score prediction? I've gone 3-2 to United. I just can't see this game not having goals in it. That was a decent shot by Mertens. They've just replayed it. He's not had one now. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Must-win game for Manchester United. We've got to grow into the game as well. 5 minutes gone. Trouble with this game for United is as well. Ideally, you want to go to Galatasaray knowing that a draw is okay. Having to win it is why we've got to grow into the game. We've got to win this. We've got to go and impose ourselves. Basically, we've got to do what we did against Everton and score a couple and get a bit of breathing space. Look how nobody's showing for the ball here. McTominay goes running away from the fucking ball. We're not playing at Old Trafford against Luton, mate. We're playing against Galatasaray. Roll your fucking sleeves up and show for the ball. We've got to fight for this first 20 minutes. We're going to have to bloody fight. We're going to have to show bravery. Show for the ball. Oh, Maguire's won it back. No, he hasn't. Yes, he has. There's Anthony. Bit of space down the left-hand side. Come on, you've got to use these opportunities. Pass. Bruno. Oh, it slips away from Bruno, you see. That's the pitch. And Luke Shaw wins the tackle there. Well, that's the first long ball Galatasaray have hit, and I'm quite happy with that because their passing's been better than ours. Well done, Bruno. And he's won a free kick. We need Mainu for some control, says Jason. What are your thoughts on the first few minutes, everybody? Mark, Galatasaray front four look very dangerous. This is the biggest test for our defence. If we lose, can't we blame Erik Ten Hag for not starting Varane? Look, I don't blame Ten Hag for anything because I like Ten Hag, but I 100% would have started Varane in a game like this. I just don't like Maguire and Lindelof in a game like this, but it's their opportunity to prove themselves and they will get the credit if they do. Steve Howard, welcome to the Members Club. And I think the reason, I've done that from J Drums as well. Thanks for all the super chats. You can do that through the $sign, which Christopher has just done. McTominay annoys me when he runs away from the ball, says Christopher. I know, because he ain't quick either, is he? What's he looking for a long ball for? Haven't felt stressed like this for a long time. Way more connected to the club with Erik Ten Hag, says Amma. I mean, look, I feel it the same, mate, but you know, this is why we watch football. I know it's nervy and stressful. It's a bit like being at Anfield, isn't it? But the rewards are so big. If we win this game, it's such a big game. Obviously, a loss is massive as well. But here we go. Look at that ball to Angelino. And that's a lovely ball as well. It won't hold up, though. It goes to a throw-in. There's always hope, says Pascal. There is. Not even 10 minutes gone yet. Feels like it's been a long 10 minutes, doesn't it? Mainu and Amrabat be more solid game. Way too open, says DJ. Well, as I said, I mean, look, McTominay needs to get into the game. He ghosts through games. I'm going to call him Casper. The problem is we play the same like we did against Everton. Galatasaray will score. Our midfield will be cut through due to an absence of McTominay, says Kira. Look, McTominay is good if he scores. If he doesn't score, then he's a bit like a striker in the midfield, isn't he? If he doesn't score, he doesn't tend to offer much. But maybe tonight's going to be the night. I've said it before, I think McTominay is crap. He's running away like a school kid from a white van. He's absolutely useless, says Jack. That's a very sinister analogy there, Jack. But do run away from a white van if you're a school kid. Please, bloody do. Nice little ball over the top. That's going to go to Onana. They're looking for the ball in behind our centre-backs. I wonder why Galatasaray are looking for the ball in behind our centre-backs. I can't think what the weakness might be that they're trying to exploit. There's McTominay down the right-hand side. He's going to have to go back. That's good. That's good. Bruno was wide open there. He's still wide open. Yes, that's the ball. Garnacho! Yes! Get in! 1-0 to Manchester United. He's done it again. The wondered boy. And that is absolutely fantastic. And that's exactly what you need to do. Shh. Shh. Brilliant breakaway. To be fair, McTominay did well. Anthony held on to the ball long enough to get Bruno. We utilised the space. He slips in Garnacho and he's roofed it. And yet again, in the first 10 minutes of a football match, Garnacho has made the impact and Manchester United lead 1-0. Lovely finish by this. I mean, look, people will say it's a golden opportunity, and it is. Another assist by Bruno Fernandez, by the way. But from that angle, to score that type of goal, what a finish. He's roofed it. You know, he's done. It's not an easy finish, that. From that angle, that is not an easy finish. And he's roofed it. People will say, oh, that's a great chance. I don't think it is. I think he's got a lot to do with that finish. The lad's going to be a superstar, isn't he? Let's just face it. That is absolutely fantastic. Brilliant finish. Brilliant, brilliant finish. And a brilliant goal at the perfect time. And this is what I was talking about on the preview last night. At Old Trafford, they do give you a lot of space on the break. Bruno's having a telling off from the referee here. I don't know what that's all about. But they do give you a lot of space on the break. Garnacho, hey. Garnacho, hey. Bruno with the assist as well. Left-footed finish. Give him the number 7 shirt and 400k a week, says Keru. Right, well, this is it. This is the dream start. That's our number 7, says Christopher. This is the dream start. We've now got to look to get the second goal in the breathing space. That will stop them whistling, says Rozzo. Perfect start here for United. Absolutely perfect start. Look, it is what it is. It's counter-attacking football. But I think Galatasaray will score, so we've got to go again. Calm down, collect our thoughts, and go again. Defensively, they ain't all that. It's a lovely ball into the right back. Amrabat's going to slide into this, surely. And ends up tackling Garnacho. But it's a corner to Galatasaray. What a player, eh? What a player. A worldie against Everton in the first 5 minutes. And an absolute... I'm telling you now, that finish is brilliant. It's not easy from that angle. And a lot of players would place it and go low. To roof it was... I love it. Lovely finish. Right, we're going to have to probably weather a storm here. Weather-wise and... Another corner here. Counter-attack FC. You get the early goal... We're away from home. I've got no problem with it. Moments FC, counter-attack FC, whatever you want to call us. It's the right thing to do in a game like this. I want this game over now. Take the 1-0. Oh! 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 They want a handball. Galatasaray wants a handball. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. They've nearly scored. United from a set piece again. Torreira. Why is Torreira winning so many fucking headers? I don't see a handball in there. Oh, it's got McTominay on the arm. I mean, it's good defending by Man United. It's very desperate defending. But why is Torreira winning fucking headers from corners? Love that third kit. Also watched the build-up. Love show for the first time. And Ricky gave me a headache when he said Varane wasn't good last season, says Raz. Finished work at 5. Drove home like a madman. Make it in time to see our future. No 7 at it again, says Sean. No penalty. Check over. No penalty. To be honest, if I speak, I think it could easily, especially in Europe, that easily could have been a penalty. Newcastle fans will be going absolutely mad. It's not a penalty. It could have been. It could have been, but it's not. We've got away with it there. But to be fair, forget the penalty, whether it's a penalty or not. It's not. That's the bottom line. But defending corners, we've had 2 corners already where Torreira, who's so small, is winning them. They've got to defend better from set pieces. It was a good save by Onana again, though. Some people are saying it should have been a penalty. It's not a penalty. They've done the check. No penalty given. Cardi trying to win a 50-50 with Onana there. And Onana gets onto it quick. Do you think it was a penalty, Mark? Well, it doesn't matter what I say now. I thought it was going to get given. In Europe, I thought it was definitely going to get given. I said it yesterday about the Newcastle one. I did think it was going to get given. In the Premier League, I'd say something different, but in the Premier League. At this point, McTominay should play with his arms in his shirt. That was a penalty and we got lucky, says the Inquisition. I'll take it. You know, you don't want to be giving penalties up against in Galatasaray. I mean, we've got to score the next goal, really. I can't cope, says Gems. It is stressful. Would have been a penalty in the Prem, says Ashley. I don't think it would. It normally works the other way around. Someone check his boots. He must have springs on, says Jack. We need another one. We need breathing space here. Get 2-0 like we did against Everton, and I think that their heads will drop. Oh! Wow! Bruno Fernandez! What a time! What a time! We're in tune! What an absolute banger! That is a world-class goal from Bruno Fernandez. That's absolutely bloody brilliant. It's world-class. Out of nothing. Edge of the box. Bang. Oh my Christ. That's absolutely brilliant. Garnacho's laughing. Bruno Fernandez. 30 yards out. Watch this. Watch the technique on this. Bang. Into the top corner. 2-0 to Manchester United. And Bruno Fernandez, where are United pulling these out from? Worldies. Absolutely world class. Take that and smoke it, you anti-Bruno twats. That's 2-0. What a start from United here. Silencing intimidation. Silencing the opposition. We've got breathing space. We've only had 20 minutes. What a start to this game for Manchester United. Oh, God. I'll tell you what, one thing I will say about United, it's bloody exciting since the international break. You never know what's going to happen. Some of the goals we're scoring. What a hit that is. What a hit. I mean, look, people will say moments. I mean, I'll take it. If we're going to just score worldies every game. But the confidence will be growing in the team now. This is an even better start than Everton. We're 2-0 up after 20 minutes. I told you, though. I said this at Old Trafford. We shouldn't have lost to them at Old Trafford. They really do leave a lot of space on the counter. Long way to go. But Bruno's having a great game. He's got a goal and an assist already. I mean, look, somebody just said easy game in the chat. Welcome to heaven, says Stu. Bit early for that. I like it, but I can't speak, says Daniel. But Bruno Fernandez, I know he's not had the best start to the season, but a goal and an assist tonight when you really need it. 2 awesome goals, but we need to keep our heads and make sure we don't have a repeat of Copenhagen, says Dan. I mean, that's a fair point. We were 2-0 up against Copenhagen, but that was a dodgy red card. If there's been any dodgy decisions in this game, they've gone our way. Maybe it was a penalty, maybe it wasn't. But yeah, don't get a red, says unidentified channel. Galatasaray will certainly attack. That's a lovely cross. Why are you not catching that, Anana? Although he's punched it away to Anthony, so that's all right. 2 awesome goals. That was Dan. And my captain, says Benji. And now Anthony. Is going to be a yellow card there. Yeah, surely. Oh, no, he's not. I mean, that's surely a yellow card for that foul on Anthony. He's just chopped him down. Bloody hell. Torreira surely gets booked for that. Having a laugh, ref. How's he not given a yellow card for that? Get every defender on now, says DJ. I can't believe he hasn't given him a yellow there. That's incredible. Especially Torreira as well. It'd be great if he was on a yellow. How much we miss Shaw. The team looks so much more balanced, says Reswin. Yeah, he's a massively, massively important player for us. Mario says, we are literally witnessing the rise of a star. These last 2 games seem different for Garnacho. He surely claimed that wing spot in the 11, says Mario. Can we do this every game, please, says Sean McGovern. Well, look, if Garnacho was dropped now, there'd be a bloody up. There'd be protests. You know, he's literally, and Ten Hag would do well to remember it as well. He's literally saving his job. Like that goal, I mean, the worldie against Everton, but long ball from Bruno trying to get Anthony in. But I think the front three's working really well tonight. I know the Bruno goal has got nothing to do with them, but I think it's doing all right. Anthony's cooking as well, says Vishal. Yeah, that's what that's literally what prompted that comment. I think we're always better with Rasmus because of his mobility. And, you know, I think Anthony's having a good game. Mark, will you wish my man Sean the best of health, says Rohan. Or Shawnee, thank you, from Ronan. But we can sit in a little bit defensively now. You know, I do think we'll concede tonight. I predicted that. But at 2-0 up, we can really sit in and protect this this lead here. Oh, and that goes back to Anana. The goals in the last 2 games just put a smile on the face. This is why you love the game of football, says IDFC. Thank you very much. Anthony's been brilliant, says Emia. I mean, too many people write him off. I think Amrabat's done well to start the game as well. The only trouble is we've only had 22 minutes. It's been a very good start from United. And if we get the next one, it's game over. But 2-0 is a great scoreline, but it's always it's also the cliched dangerous scoreline, isn't it? Because when you go 2-0 up, you think, yeah, mentally you're thinking we're nearly there. But if they get the next goal, it's you're suddenly under a lot of pressure. What a start! Yeah, I agree with you, Sully. We said it in the preview. We've learned from the last game that there's a lot of space in between their attack and their defence. Bruno's getting so much. I mean, that's why Bruno has an assist and a goal. They're basically. I mean, I don't know whether you've noticed this, but Bruno Fernandez is just not being picked up. And if you don't pick Bruno up, you're 2-0 down. He's got the space to give the assist, and he's got the space to have the shot. There's not many teams in the Premier League that would leave Bruno Fernandez free, but they did it. They did it in Galatasaray as well. Sorry, they did it at Old Trafford as well. There's so much space, and we spoke about it in the preview. We remember it from Old Trafford. They do give you a lot of space. We can break again here. I'm from Mexico, living in North Carolina. Currently in Florida. I think McTominay is absolute crap, says Edgar. And is Garnacho now the first name on the team sheet, says Alec. Well, I don't think he's the first name on the team sheet. I'd say that's probably someone like Bruno Fernandez. But he can't be dropped. You know, he's scoring goals from the wing. Well done, Rasmus, winning the free kick there. Mark, I think this shows how amazing Luke Shaw is, how much we've missed him, says Jacob. But we're moving the ball around well. Wan-Bissaka's done well there to win it back. Rasmus holds it up well. Bruno. Cardi wanted a foul, but now look at the space here again, Luke Shaw. And look, when you've got space to run into at their back four, like we have there, oh, Luke Shaw. That's what I mean. We should have pumped them like a bloody football at Old Trafford. And what's happening here is the same thing again. There's so much space on the break. I fancy us to score before they do here. Just want to say thanks for all you do on the United Stand community, and also a happy holiday to you and your family, says Fergie99. Cheers, pal. Well, look, at the moment, I'm on a cloud 9. I mean, we need to win tonight. Even if we win tonight, there's still a chance we don't go through, but we have to win. I don't want to play Thursday night football. I want my Thursdays off. Pro clubs. I always have an hour in the bath reading a book. Pro clubs team at 9. You know, I love my Thursday nights. I don't want to be playing in the fucking Europa League. So, you know, this is great at the moment, but there's still more work to do. I'd be happier with a third goal. I'm from Coventry, but live in Toronto, and I think McTominay is crap, says Yash. I just think he ghosts. He's got the ball now, though. Yeah, not really done anything with it. It's a good ball into Torreira. Or Bruno's going to get... He can't book Bruno. What are you booking Bruno for? Why is Bruno getting booked there when Torreira didn't get booked? That's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible officiating. I'll tell you what, keep an eye on that, because if Bruno gets a second yellow and gets sent off, Torreira didn't get there. All comes from McTominay's cross, but, you know, United got broke on there. Free kick. Bruno Fernandez yellow carded. I'm just wary of that, because what happened with Rashford? Why McTominay never know where to put his hands, says Neg. And Mark, mate, did you say pro clubs? If you need a TOS out and out number 9, I've got you, fam. Says Sumi. That's me. I'm the number 9. Anyway, this is a good free kick position for Galatasaray. Do you go for the shot, or do you put it on the ground and spin it on the grass? We surely won't get another red card. We've already had 2 in this group stage. Anyway, ZX over the free kick. Oh, fucking hell. Why's that gone in? What's going on there? That wall is about as useful as a woodpecker with poppadom lips. That is absolutely terrible. What's that wall doing there? That's the side the goalkeeper's meant to cover as well. Somebody's at fault here, because this never should go in. This is the side of the goal that you're meant to cover. Oh, fucking hell, that wall is stupid. There's literally 2 Galatasaray players in the wall and they move out the way. What do we think's going to bloody happen? You'll never see such a shit goal in your life. That wall is like my grand's wall 20 years ago when a bloody Volvo went into it. Crumbling. That is terrible defending. That is bad. That is so bad. That is so bad. They've put 2 Galatasaray players in our wall. We've let them. And then he's just shot at the space when they move out. And I think Onana should be expecting that as well. Bloody rubbish goal. That is crap goal to concede, that is. Really bad. Really, really bad. I need to get Ben Foster on the phone Who's at fault there? Because that's shit. That is really shit. If I'm in the wall, look, I think the goalkeeper's probably to blame. But if I'm in that wall, I'm standing behind Mertens and Icardi as well. We used to do this at fucking under 14s. If somebody tries and gets in your wall, you start muscling them out the way. Or you stand behind them. You don't let people... I mean, it's just stupid, isn't it? It's like building a prison with 3 walls and then leaving the front door open. Like, there's no point having a wall. No one's organising, says Sully. Oh, it's really shit defending. I'm so pissed off with that because we've started off so well. But as I said, 2-0 is a dangerous scoreline. I don't mind if Ziyech puts it in the top corner, but it's a shit goal. Heads need to stay up now, says AM. Yeah, they do. They bloody well do. I can't believe how basic that goal was. Oh, man. Useless. Useless. And that confidence that you've got suddenly turns into doubt, doesn't it? Ziyech with a shot. We may as well not have had a wall. Where's my pen? I need to write stuff down for the bloody match reaction. I can't know a pen. Got no wall. That's not going to work, is it? When was the last time I had one of them? Remember, they could have had a penalty as well. I tell you what, does this not feel like the longest fucking game in the world as well? We've only had half an hour. Feels like it should be the 80th minutes. I hope the great wall of your nan's been fixed, says Zed. Mark, I think this shows how amazing Luke Shaw is, how much we've missed him, says Jacob. I think I've read that. All because McTominay didn't square it to Bruno, says Tyrone. And Mark, I'm so sick of Onana, says Black Wolf. Well, we'll have a look at it at half time, but that is Onana to take, but another mistake, says Henrik. Well, it's his side of the goal. As a goalkeeper, you know that's your fault. If it goes over the wall into the top corner, you're not going to be blamed. When it goes your side, the goalkeeper's going to get the blame, yes. But I'd also say the wall is stupid. Who's building that wall? Stevie Wonder. There's a massive bloody hole in it. American commentators are fully blaming Onana, says Alec. Well, yeah, the goalkeeper does normally have responsibility for the wall. But if I'm in a wall and 2 Galatasaray players are in it, I know they're going to move away. The stupid thing that we did is that we've got players either side of the Galatasaray players. DJ says United are incapable of locking it down. It's such a soft goal to give up. It's really soft. Look at Ziyech trying to go down here and get Bruno sent off. That was Onana's fault. He should be commanding the wall when you should be vocal. That's the keeper's duty, says Nigel. We just need to be careful here. You know what? We can't do this again. We can't put ourselves in a really good position away from home and bottle it. I mean, we're 2-0 up against Copenhagen. We're 2-0 up here. Onana really bad there. And what the hell is McTominay doing? Not covering space, not covering the man, not trying to receive the ball, says Bitter. I mean, he's a ghost, mate. If he doesn't score a goal, McTominay doesn't really offer anything. I've said this so many times. Danish commentary blaming Onana too. Why were they allowed to stand so close to our wall? They were stood in the wall, says Sam. Sam, we need to play like it's 0-0. Forget the score and play like we're trying to get the winner, says Uncle Drew. It amazes me to see Bruno running from the opponent's box and having to foul a player to stop him and the rest of our players just looking at him, says Mario. I'm sick and tired of the long balls. We've done about 15 and none have worked. Our goals have come from us working the ball up the pitch, says Robble. We shouldn't be playing long balls against a team that leaves this much space. Keep the ball on the ground. Everything they've done has been from, playing the ball along the ground. Oh, my God, Lindelof. Oh, we're so lucky there. Lindelof's miles off it. Oh, my God, what are we doing? Good block by Maguire. Fucking hell, we're all over the place here. We're all over the place. Defence is absolute shite. Good block by Maguire, but, I mean, this is what I mean. When it's coming to blocks, this ain't staying at 2-1. I'm telling you that for free. Right, let's defend this corner well, because every bloody corner we've had so far, Torreira's won it. They've gone short. Martins. Good save and offside. Offside. If that free kick had gone in, De Gea had instantly be put a paper bag on his head and marched down the tunnel. Oh yeah, Michael, we already know. We know this, don't we? We know this. But we need to focus here. Well, it's been entertaining. It's been entertaining. There's more goals for us, though. I mean, we shouldn't be dismissing that. We look like we can score going forward. Vishal says, story of our life, good attack, poor defence. Thanks for your super chats, by the way. I used to get mad every time we conceded and crumbled. Now I just expect it, says Germo. I've said to you, look, it's not just the back four, but defensively, I've said this about Man United. We've had all these clean sheets and we've been bloody lucky to get them. We were very lucky to get a clean sheet at the weekend. You're just never going to control the midfield with McTominay, says Jack. Need to just play the game, not the occasion, says Emily. Well, I agree with you, Emily. There's chances here. When we've got a corner here, it's our first corner, I think. Maybe it's not our first corner, but they've cleared it. Do you think, as captain, Bruno could ask Ten Hag to bring on any players like Varane? How much power do you think he has? Oh, no, Gummy, no. He won't have that. Well, he's got it again here, Bruno. There are options if he gets this cross right. McTominay should have kept that in. Goes for a corner. We just need to get that 2-goal. You know, if we can, you know what? I know a lot of people are saying we're bottling it, but if we can score again and get that 2-goal thing, it's bounce back ability. Are we playing good football, says Samuel. Lindelof or McTominay headed it over there. Samuel, are we playing good football? I mean, I think we played clinical football. The way that Garnacho took his goal and Bruno set him up was clinical. I think we could do it more. The second goal was just world class. But both teams are sort of set up the same way. There's a lot of attack. You know, they press our defence, we press their defence, and it's all about whether you can get the ball high up the pitch, and then you've got options. Good play by Amrabat and Maguire there. Wan-Bissaka does all right as well, but goes for a throw-in. Galatasaray getting crowd going with their play. Normally that would be normal, but it's getting me worried knowing the United mentality of the last few years, says Harish. I figured it out. McTominay's actually playing number 9, says Christopher. And because our defensive midfielders are crap, Bruno has to constantly come back and defend. Otherwise, he would score more goals, says SD. We're in here. Oh, keeper's... Oh, bastard. Keeper's come running out there. And for a moment, I thought Højlund gets there in front of him. And it's one of those sending offs. But the keeper has either got away with it or done well there. Get Mainu on as soon as possible, says Gandalf. I think Mainu would do great in a game like this. Somebody with a bit of maturity. How's Onana doing? I have a personal bet with my mate that he'll have a big performance, says A, if I speak. And Eric Ten Hag in, but defensively we've moved on. We've not moved on from Ollie, says Steve. McCarty's just tried to shoot. from a long way out. I wish I could hear what the opponents say about McTominay in their meetings. Must be a brief footnote or the focus to exploit, says Jacob. Well, United have got a free kick here. It's a chance to whip across into the box. Oh, really? We should be 2-0 up. That goal should never happen. Here we go. Nice little ball. Anthony. Edge of the box. Garnacho tries to shoot. And Luke Shaw's just caught a tackle here from Ziyech. Hi, Mark. Who would you sub, if any, says Ankit. I probably agree with most people that I'd like to get hold of the midfield a little bit better. I just think there's so much space beyond the between their defence and their attack that if you had somebody who could actually play through the lines from a deeper position, I mean, I just don't think that... the yellow card here for a foul by Bowie. I think Mainu could give us that. Garnacho's hurt himself here. So yellow card. Yeah, he's just caught one with his... gone through the back of him. Good decision by the ref. 5 minutes to go to half-time. I think we just need to get in. I mean, if we can score again, great. But if we can get in at half-time 2-1, which is something we didn't manage to do against Copenhagen with the 2-0 lead, then that puts us in a better position. But really, we should be going in 2-0 up here. Luke Shaw with the free kick. A lot of long balls. I don't want to be leading by 1 goal going into the last 20 minutes because you know what he'll do. He'll bring Varane on. We'll invite the pressure. And I don't want to be in that position where, you know, we're doing that. I want us to be, you know, I liked that 2-goal lead. Three minutes to half time. It's been a long half, hasn't it? Now, this is where you need to break well, and it's a bad pass. Icardi. If that's not offside, yeah, it's offside. It's offside. I was going to say, I don't like this fucking high line with Maguire and Lindelof at all. They've got, I mean, they've got away with it here because it's offside, but it's marginal. That's marginal. That is very marginal. It's not miles off at all. Lindelof's nearly played him on. It's definitely not marginal. Yeah, it was offside, but it was bloody close. It was very, very close. Very, very close. We won't see a replay. That's not by design. That offside trap didn't work. Maguire's playing it. Lindelof's not. That could have looked really stupid. Well, he's clearly not onside because they've got a better offside technology than the Premier League. In the Premier League, we'd be checking that for 5 minutes. They do it really quick. That's the offside we need in the Premier League. That was ridiculously quick, and they've got the technology to do it. In the Premier League, we'd be waiting 10 minutes for that. It looked very close, but it will be offside. Well done, Maguire. Referee says play on. It wasn't a foul. Bloody hell. I not think... I don't... You know, I knew it was going to be like this, but... Just, I mean, you know what? I don't want to make it about one player, but what's McTominay done in this game? It's sponsored by Halloween. He's a bloody ghost. Have you seen Onana in that one-on-one? Doesn't come out, falls over backwards in his 6-yard box. Yeah, he's not great one-on-one, Tom. We saw that against Forest, didn't we? Good interception by Wan-Bissaka. Rasmus. It's played on here. Surely it was a handball. And now there's an offside. Fucking hell. 2 minutes added on. We need half-time here. We need half-time here. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. We're only 40 subscribers away from 777,000 subscribers. Bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. Get involved with the United Stand. We've got the fan forum after this. Match reaction, where you can do all the player ratings. We're live every night at 8, every morning at 10. All the watch-alongs. Get involved with the United Stand community. You're very welcome. We're about to hit half-time here. Whoa, there's a lot to unpick. There is a lot to unpick. 2 fantastic goals by Manchester United, but defensively, we're shaky. We are shaky. I don't know how you watch this every week. You've got a strong heart, says Samuel. Well, there's another yellow card here now. Amrabat's just been booked. So that's 2 of our midfielders on a yellow card. That's never a yellow card. That is never a yellow card. It's just never a yellow card. I mean, it is because he's giving it him, but they both go for the same ball. Referee's seeing what he wants to see there. Only 10 seconds to go. I think the referee might blow with that. And he does. 2-1 to Manchester United at half-time. I think we'd all have took that at the start of the game. There's a long way to go, and I do feel that we really should be. Here's the offside. Oh my God! Look how tight that offside is on Onana, on Icardi. Bloody hell! That is tight. Tighter than a gnat's chuff, that is. That's absolutely tight. Not that I'd know anything about that. I tell you what. You know what? That makes me think about. That makes me think about. McTominay probably could have given a penalty away. That offside is ridiculously lucky. That is not an offside trap. That is just jam on toast. We've got away with that. It is offside, but it's tight, and it could have been a penalty on McTominay. So I'll take that. For a ball-playing keeper, Onana can't kick a ball, says Lee. I will take that. It was a lucky offside. We might have got a little bit lucky with a handball by McTominay as well. Yeah, but we're 1-0 up. Sorry, we're 2-1 up. But, you know, if that first half's anything like the second half, we need to do some yoga here and breathing exercises, because it's going to be a tough second half, I think. 2 fantastic goals for Manchester United. The Garnacho finish is so good, and then the Bruno finish is world class. But we're going to see the Galatasaray goal in a moment, and it's hard to say. I mean, look, I'm very impressed how quick they do those offsides, by the way. And I think Amrabat should be subbed off. Him on a yellow card is scary. We can't have Bruno and Amrabat on a yellow, says Nigel. But I think this is the thing that's worrying me the most of all. It's that we've got Bruno and Amrabat on yellow cards because they're the only bloody midfielders doing anything. You got Casper the Ghost McTominay, who does sod all, and I mean he's just not doing anything. He's been living off those goals against Brentford for 2 months. Like, he doesn't do anything. And you know, I would be getting Mainu on, but if you bring Mainu on for McTominay, I think McTominay's got to stay on because he's not on a yellow card. You probably need to take Amrabat off because he's on a yellow, because he's the holding midfielder. So, yeah, McTominay, again, ghosting. Defensively, I don't trust that defence at all. I like Shaw, I like Wan-Bissaka, but I don't trust the centre-backs. I mean, they're trying to play a high line and they've got no recovery pace. They've literally They're literally playing a high line offside against the Cardi, and we get away with it on pure fumes. Like, that's not the way to play. We've got to play deeper with those centre-backs. I don't know why we're pushing up and trying to play a higher line. We've got to play deeper. We've got to protect this lead. And I think we're trying to play high because we don't want them to shoot from distance on this sort of in these sort of conditions. But it's going to be an accident waiting to happen. Galatasaray will score again, which means we've got to score again. Our best, in a very simple sentence, these decisions are getting stupid. No card for Anthony challenge, and then Amrabat getting a yellow for a 50-50. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Torreira should have been booked, but Bruno and Amrabat have been booked. But there is a way to win this game, and the way to win it is to attack. We saw it at Old Trafford with Galatasaray. They have a huge gap between their attack and their defence. And if you can find the ball ahead of their defence, the glory is yours. Bruno's had it twice in that position. One time he drew the player in and then slipped Garnacho in and he scored. The second time, no one did come to him and he shot and he scored. So Bruno's not being marked. No one's marking Bruno. What we need to do is get into the final third and get the ball to Bruno Fernandez, and he'll either score or he will assist. But we're hitting too many bloody long balls. We're not looking after the ball. If I was on that pitch and I was Bruno, I'd be saying, look, I'm not tracking back, getting fucking yellow cards. Where are you, McTominay? Oh yeah, you caused it with your crap cross. I'm going to stay 10 metres away from their back line. And you have got to pass the ball to me because I'm not being marked. I'm tracking back and watching long balls go over my head like fucking crows. Get the ball into my feet. There's so much space for me. I've already scored one, and I've already made one. I've already created one, but I'm not getting the ball enough. I've got the freedom of this pitch ahead of their defence. Get the bloody ball to me. It's so easy. We saw it at Old Trafford and we've seen it again. What Galatasaray do is they press as a front. Their front three press. Mertens presses with them, and one of their midfielders normally presses as well, which leaves Ndembele on his own. He can't, Bruno just moves away from him. We've got to get the ball into Bruno's feet, running at the back four. We've scored 2 goals doing that, and we've not done it for half an hour. First 20 minutes, Bruno, ball twice, into feet, goals. Last half an hour, we've not done it. The keys to this game is there, and it's not going to change in the second half. Why haven't we got automated offside in the Prem? It's so quick. We've had Poundland VAR. No wonder it's shit. Oh, Nick, look, Icardi is offside. It's very tight, but he is offside. But how quick they do it in the Champions League, I'm jealous. It's so quick, and that's imagine the I'm waiting to see the goals come because the adverts are on. But imagine that Icardi offside in the Premier League. We'd still be doing it now. They'd be drawing lines. They'd be looking at the instructions manual. They would not be able to. In fact, they'd probably give it. In the Premier League, they'd probably give it. I don't think we've got the tech to get an offside that accurately. And yet they did it in about 15 seconds. The Premier League are an embarrassment. We're an absolute embarrassment. Those sort of offsides, they probably get them wrong, and it takes them 5 minutes. In the Champions League, it's done like that. You know why they do it? Somebody told me it's something to do with Adidas and the ball. But the Premier League has got a Nike ball or something like that. I think it's something to do with the ball. But he probably would be onside in the Premier League, George, because they'd draw lines and go, that's too hard to figure out. Goal. Well, look, we're all a little bit agitated here, of course. Massive game, and the club's voting against semi-automatic offsides is completely baffling to me, says Scott. And Mark, how is Anthony's performance in the first half, says Shush. I think that Anthony's done all right. I think Anthony has done all right. I mean, yeah, I think Anthony's done all right. I don't think he's had a bad game. I think the front three have done their jobs. We just need to get the ball to them more. Rasmus in the graveyard shift again. Nobody's mentioned it, but our wingers still aren't creating for him. Don't think he's had a shot all game, says Robble. We haven't really bypassed their midfield. We keep hitting too many long balls, for my opinion. Just watching the Bruno goal. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Look at this. This is what I mean. Getting Bruno on the ball between their midfield and defence. There's so much space. I mean, it's a great goal. I don't think the keeper can do anything about it. But they're going to show the goal we conceded here. This game with the space Bruno has is literally made for Martial. Højlund hold-up play is good, but with Martial's movement, he'll have a field day, says Sean. This is it. McTominay should have slipped in Bruno, puts in a useless cross, and Bruno's not happy about it. But look at McTominay jogging back, and look at Bruno sprinting back. That's a fucking disgrace. That is an absolute disgrace. McTominay's still not in the picture. Still not in the bloody picture. He's a ghost. Sponsored by Halloween. And this wall is a disgrace. The keeper is obviously told them, don't worry about it. And then he's moved to the other side. I mean, that's on the keeper. That's on the keeper. He knows about that wall. That's the keeper. I mean, what is he doing there? That is shocking. It's so shit. Fucking hell. At this level. Well, you know what? McTominay's been exposed there. That's disgusting. He plays the bad pass and Bruno sprints. He's sprinting to get back and he's jogging back. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. The hide-and-seek champion of the world. He better bloody score in the second half. But no, the goal is... It's got to be the keeper's fault. He's set the wall. You can see he's set the wall there. He's allowed the gap. I would imagine Bruno and whoever is in the wall is saying, do you want us to move? And he's probably said, no, leave me the gap. The ball's going to come through there. I know where it's going to come through. And then what he's done is he's stepped thinking that Ziyech's going over the wall. And he's stepped and then he's not. He's gone through the gap and it's too late. It's terrible goalkeeping, really. But look, it's going to be an exciting second half. Get ready for it. That's what I would say. Anything can happen in here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. And, of course, do not forget, Christmas is coming. And we've got a lovely treat for you. It's Manscaped. Trim the grass to make the yard look bigger. Delivered to your door for free and 25% off. With our Cyber Week special, you can scan that QR code or go through the link in the description. Fantastic products. They've got them for down there, trim the grass to make the yard look bigger. They've got the weed whacker for your nose. They've got the hedge trimmer if you like a bit of stubble like me. And then they've got the handyman, which will clear it all off. Fantastic products, brilliant presents for, you know, friends or family, or treat yourself. 25% off, free worldwide shipping. Links in the description or scan the QR code. Big shout out to Manscaped. One thing I haven't looked at, and I normally look at, is the stats in this game. How are we doing statistically? I mean, I can't believe I've missed this. 57% possession for them. I thought we'd be higher. 9 shots, 3 shots on time. It's not looking good, is it? 4 shots. Oh yeah. You know what? When we need to get a hold of that ball a bit better. We really do. That momentum is not good, is it? I actually thought we would have 60% possession for some reason. Yeah, too many long balls. Too many long balls. I think he's going to have to make a change in the midfield. Yeah. Too many long balls. Thank you very much to Sean Turner for his super chat. This game with the space Bruno has is literally made for Martial. I think we'd read that one. Thanks, Sean. You're a legend. If you want to do super chats, you can do that through the $sign. We'll read those out. Thank you very much to Sean. Mark, halftime ratings, please. No, I don't really do them. I don't really do them. But I will. Anana 4, Wan-Bissaka 6, Maguire 6, Lindelof 5, Luke Shaw 6, Amrabat 6, McTominay 4. Bruno 7.5, Anthony 6, Højlund 6, Garnacho 7. Could United sign Bowie, says United supporter. Is that their right back or Todd Bowley? Oh yeah, it is their right back. It is their right back. Yeah, I think that the front three are working hard. Garnacho and Anthony and Højlund are working hard. But how can I sit here and say get the ball to Bruno so that he can feed the attackers? And then you say the attackers aren't doing anything. If we're not feeding Bruno, we're not feeding the attackers. It stands to reason. We're hitting too many long balls. For the life of me, I don't know why they're so reliant on the long over-the-top pass that isn't there, says Z3. Because Lindelof and Maguire fucking love the long ball. Maguire literally puts them on his Instagram story. They love the fucking long ball. This is why we've got a goalkeeper, but we don't play out from the back. This is why Bruno's not getting the ball enough. Because Maguire and Lindelof love the fucking long ball. They did it under Ollie for 2 years. They just love it. We've gone from Varane and Martinez, who used to play out from the back, to Lindelof and Maguire, who just love the long ball. We need Kobe to come on for Amrabat and Reguilon to come on for Lindelof to Shaw at centre-back, says Salim. I mean, look, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, look, 2-1. We've got to win this game of football. We've got to win this game of football. We can't draw. A draw is good for Galatasaray. Remember the momentum of this game. We've got to win. Manchester United have got to win. Galatasaray aren't chasing the win here. They want to win, but a draw is good for them. We've got to win this bloody game. I don't trust us to keep it 2-1. We need to score. And that's the simple equation in front of us. I'd take McTominay off and put Mainu in, says Varun. Hi, Mark. I woke up and looked down and noticed that my yard was looking particularly small today. Any advice, says Tom? Manscaped, 25% off with the code TUS. I would sub Mainu on for Casper, says Bram. Look, if Scott McTominay scores in the second half, he's done his job. That's basically what he does. Score goals. He doesn't really do anything else. But that, I didn't even see that in the game. A lot of you were talking about it in the chat. He plays a terrible cross and Bruno is level with him and Bruno sprints back and McTominay's not even in the picture. He's jogging back. You're the number 8, mate. You're not the fucking striker. You're the number 8. Put a bloody shift in. He's in the team because he puts a shift in. Put a bloody shift in. We've got to work hard now. That's what we've got to do. We've got to work hard. Daniel says, if we draw, are we out? No. If we draw, we'd have 4 points. Galatasaray would have 5 points. We'd have to beat Bayern Munich because if we finish on the same points of Galatasaray, if we draw, they've got the better head-to-head. So if we draw here, we'd have to beat Bayern Munich and hope that Galatasaray don't beat Copenhagen. So basically, we're out. We've got to win. If we lose, I'm buying Seb a Mercedes, says Son. Right, the players are out for the second half. One thing I will say about United at the moment, there's no Lutons, there's no Burnleys, there's no Sheffield United. It's pressure football, game after game after game. We've got Galatasaray, Newcastle on Saturday, and Chelsea a week tonight. So, fuck, let's have it. Let's bloody have it. I sense a red card, Galatasaray or United, says Vishesh. Yeah, well, their right back is on a yellow card as well. So, Bruno and Amrabat on yellow cards. If we get a yellow card, that's 3 yellow cards in the group stage, and we've only had 5 games. You can't be averaging a bloody... You know, we can't be doing that. Big shout out to the mods. Snaps is in here. Sally Devil Red 7. I think Renate's in as well. Big shout out to the mods. And the members. Palm, Junior Films, Fennec is a mod and a member. We're ready to go here. What do you think is happening second half? I think I went 3-2 United. 3-2 United was my prediction before the game. This is where we could have used Fred, says Fanuel. Well, he was here. Fred was with the team last week. Sean says, got a better chance of winning the Europa League. Let's face it, if we progress from the group, we will exit at the next round. I don't think there's a way for us to be in the Champions League, the Europa League anyway. There's no definite way that we get in it because we've got Galatasaray and Bayern to play. Hi, mate. Thoughts? Automated offside. Niall, they're brilliant. So fast. I love it. I love the automated offsides. It's embarrassing that the Premier League don't have them. I think tonight has really shown me just how quick it is and efficient. We should have it. Wow, come on. Another free kick here. Henry, thank you very much for your Superfly. Who remembers Superfly? Jimmy Snooker. Super chat. Anana waved Bruno away from the wall, says Frederick. Yeah, I mean, it's an art. The free kick's on Anana. The giving away of the free kicks on McTominay for being bloody lazy. What we need to do in this game is stay in front. We've got to score the next goal. Ziyech with the cross. Lindelof heads it out. Not a good clearance. Not had any snow yet, Red Devil. It's interesting, isn't it? It's almost like in the Champions League, Højlund is brilliant but can't score in the Prem. And in the Premier League, Onana's much better than he is in the Champions League. Sort of getting stuck in with the... Oh, my God. What a cross. What a cross that is. And he's onside as well. Bloody hell. Merton's cross is delightful here. James has just gifted a membership. Lindelof losing his runner again. Look. And he's got his fucking hand up like he's offside. Mate, Lindelof's having a shite game tonight, isn't he? How can he put his hand up for offside when he can literally see the runners ran with him 5 metres off? 5 metres on. We're really crap on crosses. We've been like it for years. Jimmy says it's snowing. It's not dandruff, is it? Here we go. Oh. They're looking for that ball into Icardi. Icardi's attaching himself to Maguire. And they're looking for this ball to exploit Maguire's lack of pace. Can't be giving these silly free kicks, says Alan. Another long ball. Oh, I've got to tweet it. Big shout out to Paul Anderson. He's just gifted 10 memberships. You're a legend, Paul. And D86 has just become a member. Thank you very much. Right, this is where we've got to be clever. Bruno stayed. Garnacho's going to get this. That's good, good, good. Luke Shaw. Cross. And Angelino wins the tackle. Goes for a throw-in. I'm with you, Jasmine. We've got to score the next goal. Anthony has hurt his leg. Oh, he's all right. Amrabat. Foul. Come on, play it quickly. That's all right. No, he won't let him do it. He won't let him do it. Royden wants Mainu to come on for McTominay. Blessings, says Martino. Galatasaray Rob, says Theon. But where? Our passing accuracy is terrible today. 70%. Yeah, I was just looking at that. Don't forget, our Stats Carousel is sponsored by OneFootball. You can download OneFootball for free on Android and on Apple. Get all your latest breaking football news and transfer news there. The great thing I like about OneFootball, though, is that you get the team stats on here. But on the app, you can get the individual stats. So you can see how many times McTominay hasn't touched the ball. Links in the live chat. Download it for free. Big shout out to OneFootball. Now, this is where we can do stuff. Good ball by Amrabat into Wan-Bissaka. Final third, there's options. Here's Amrabat. Here's Anthony. Oh, it's a bad pass. But it's back with Bruno. This is where we need to be. This is where we can make a difference. Anthony, lovely ball to Bruno. He's got so much time to whip the cross. Oh, nearly a goal. I don't know what the keeper's... I don't know whether that was going in. Keeper's just sort of... Bruno's cross. And then there's a foul. FC Thamesmead, thank you very much. Welcome to the Members Club. Appreciate that. It's a lovely ball. In behind the defence again. Lindelof came across and did a good job. This is the cross from Bruno. And yeah, keeper got a bit lucky there. Right, another corner. We've got to defend these crosses better. Been like Dracula FC so far. Got away with it. Lindelof. Up in the air well. The referee gives a foul. Head clash. Stretch time. I do not want, as I said in the first half, I do not want to be in a situation where with 20 minutes to go, we're winning by 1 goal and they'll just be pumping crosses into the box. Stand up if you want to win. Stand up if you want to win. Stand up if you want to win. Gibbo says he's got no idea what's happening in the game. Well, it's 2-1. And we've got to play on here with Garnacho. And he's probably been a bit greedy there. I'm stressed about my accounting exam tomorrow, and this game is raising my stress level, says AM. I might be as bold as Amrabat by 90 minutes. Well, good luck with your exam tomorrow, mates. There is definitely a third goal for United. This game really does remind me of the Old Trafford game, which is funny, isn't it? Because it's Galatasaray against United again. But it really does remind me of the... I see Onana. Fucking hell, Maguire gets away with that there. See, to be fair to Maguire there, Onana should come and get it. And then Maguire's pass is short. But Onana manages to get it away. But I'm with Maguire there. Onana should come and get that. But yeah, as we're saying, it's so reminiscent of the Old Trafford game. There is so much space out there. It really will... The team that scores next really is the team that's going to look after the ball. White and red United, is that a first as Kenneth? Hold on a minute. Anthony. See, this is where we've got to score. So much space. Wan-Bissaka. Goal, McTominay! I told you! That's what he needs to do. Scott McTominay, if he scores, that's it. He's Casper the Ghost to everything else. But if he scores, that's what it's all about. 3-1 to Manchester United. Breathing space. We've got the third goal. That is it. Come on. 2-goal lead again. Lovely break. And it's as simple as this. This is all it is. Look after the ball. Look after the ball in this situation. And there's so much space. There's so much opportunity. Absolutely. It's simple. It's a great finish by McTominay. It's a great pass by Anthony. It's a lovely cross by Wan-Bissaka. It's so simple. It's so simple. And we should have done this at Old Trafford as well. Get back. Get in. It's amazing. And give Anthony the credit there as well. Anthony's having a great game. But that's you know, I've said this so many times. McTominay does nothing but score. And that's why he's in the team. Because scoring, as we know, isn't necessarily easy. And I think it's that ghosting that actually benefits him. Because no one bloody notices him and then he just pops up in the box. Breathing space, so important. So important. Been really impressed with Anthony tonight. Right, he's going to make a double substitution here. Mainu and Martial. I mean, this should... it's going to be obviously Rasmus. Lovely play. Amrabat's done well second half as well. Look, there's still half an hour to go. It's certainly not over yet, but I think Garnacho's offside here. Offside. Well, it'll be Martial for Højlund, definitely. Will it be Mainu for Amrabat? Is that too logical? It's Amrabat coming off. And Hoyland. Mark, just wanted to say thank you to everyone. Hope you and yours have a great Christmas. As Patrick. Thank you, Patrick. I'm not too sure why Amrabat's coming off, really. I think he's done well. The Martial one I do understand. I suppose he's on a yellow card. I think that's probably it. On a yellow card, exactly. Yeah. Good. Well done, chat. You're switched on. He's on a yellow card. You can't take those risks. We need to win the game. We need to win the game. Martial for Hoyland will be based on fitness. Right, you know what we need to do now? Get to the 75th minute and still be winning by 2 clear goals. Has anyone made a turkey and stuffing joke yet? Says James. No, you're the first. Very welcome. What an interception. Here we go. This has got to be a goal. Martial into Anthony. He's got so much space. I mean, look, we've literally... We're outnumbering them in the attack. This was the same as Old Trafford. We should be scoring 5 or 6. Yellow card for Luke Shaw. I don't know why that's a yellow card again. I agree with Thiago. I mean, what's he supposed to do? I mean, Ziyech just knocked the ball through his legs. It's not. There's no intent. Double substitution for Galatasaray here. I think Mertens has gone off. Oliveira and Dembele's come off as well. If it stays like this, then we would be, as I understand it, Manchester United would be on 6 points and Galatasaray would be on 4. And I think as long as we didn't get beat by Bayern Munich, I think there'd be a very good chance of us going through. Because head-to-head with Galatasaray, I don't know. I don't know how that works. My 9-year-old nephew just said to me, what are you getting so excited about? We should be winning their shit, says Nick P. Bammy says that Luke Shaw's had a big game. I sort of agree with your nephew, mate. We should be... we should be beating Galatasaray. We should be beating Galatasaray. We shouldn't be in this position in the group. But we are. Retro says, do you think we'll have to beat Bayern? Let's win this one first. But... Bruno's on a yellow card. Needs to be a bit careful there because that referee is dodgy. I agree with. I think the referee's been good, but he's just booked too many of our players. If you look at their team, they've had 2 yellow cards, and then you look at our team. Considering we've subbed off one of, oh no, it's only 3. That didn't work. 2 each, but yeah, Amrabat had one. Free kick into the box. Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. That is a joke. That is an absolute joke. I like a hedgehog at a balloon party. That's fucking shocking. That is shocking from Onana. David De Gea's just sat there holding a beer. What the fucking hell is going on here? This is terrible. Absolutely terrible. He's got hands like bloody Play-Doh. That is terrible. I can't fucking speak, man. The fucking hell are we doing here? We should be 3-0 up. Both goals are an absolute joke. That is, I just don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I'm very rarely speechless. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say. That is just... That you know what? He must be bloody playing Mother Goose at the Hippodrome, because that's pantomime. That's pantomime goalkeeping. It's just, I'm speechless. If we bottle this, it's literally because of goalkeeping errors. If you look across the Champions League, he's good with his feet, all right, says Luke's. I'm not even joking. I've seen enough from this lad. Please sell him in the summer, says IC. Jay says, what's the future for Malacia? I don't think Malacia's got anything to worry about. At least he's good with his feet, says Luke's. I can't speak, says Clayton. And Onana is as confused as a slug and a snail looking at their family tree, says Mario. I just... You know, we should be battering Galatasaray. We've literally gifted them 2 goals. So annoying watching Onana do that. This guy had his turning point a few games by, says Lewis. Is that his biggest howler yet? No, I think the Bayern Munich one, but... Inter have mugged us off, says Untamed Voice. Get rid of Onana, he can't handle pressure, says Liam. I mean, Galatasaray have just... We've been so much better than them. That's a foul on Wan-Bissaka, surely. Good save, Onana. Straight at him. Oh my God, I just can't believe every time we get the breathing space, we allow them to come back in. Bloody hell. Barthez would save that, says Varun. Mate, I think I'd save that, to be honest. It's a cross from a long way out. It's just concentration. You know what? I think I'd kick that away. It's so bloody easy. Can we lose... Kobe to AFCON if Ghana try their looks, as Wayne. Mainu will end up playing for England, mate. I think England are already on that. Look, we need to just get our composure back. There's 25 minutes to go. We can still score on the break. I still think we'll score again. As bad as the goalkeeper has been for the goals, it doesn't happen if Fernandez doesn't give cheap petty fouls, says Peake. Oh, mate, you can't blame Bruno for the free kicks. The first free kick is because he sprinted across the pitch because of McTominay. And then the second one, you know... That's not a bad place to give a free kick. It's not a scoreable place. Like that's just, if I'm a manager, I'm not bothered about that free kick. I'm bothered if he crosses it and my defenders don't win the header, but I'm not bothered. You know, the way that cross came in, that's on the keeper, 100%. Oh, here we go. They're breaking. They're breaking. Luke Shaw's got back. Torreira. Ziyech. He'll shoot again. And Onana does well. Referee says play on. This game feels super long, says Louis. It does. I don't know whether it's because it's an early kickoff. Javed, thank you very much for your super chat. And Bienda must be thinking, what on earth should I do to get in this team? And Arna needs to learn there's competition to sack in. Well, remember, he won't be in goal in January, will he? Bemis is very tense. Stu's trying to blame it on Bruno. I think you're going to be in the minority, mate. Both those goals should never go in. And there's only one person to blame. God. You know, the thing that's annoying me, and I'm sure it's annoying you, is that we literally have put ourselves into this position again. Like, we should be 3-0 up. We should be coasting here. We've done, job done. Mark, do you think Onana needs dropping? Says Sharwin. Well, he won't drop him. Eric surely starts a Bienda after this. Says, no, he won't. He'll stick with him. We did Romero wrong. I'll take him over Onana every day. What's your thought? I don't remember him being particularly bad with his feet, says Javid. I mean, there's only one goalkeeper we've done wrong, and it's David De Gea. Like, we don't even use the goalkeeper's feet. We don't even play out from the back. We had a better shot stopper last season. I'll never understand the Onana signing because we don't play out from the back. If you want to play out from the back, Onana's better than De Gea. 100%. If you're just going to use him the same as you used De Gea, which is what we're doing, then you should never have bloody changed it. The game last weekend could easily have gone the same way. It's infuriating. We don't want entertaining. We want dominating football, says Weston. And Arna is trying his hardest to get us out of the Champions League. So many mistakes in the group stage, says Peter. Still bloody 21 minutes to go in this game. I really just want it over. Give me some Palestri, says Boarding. They're still there to be got at on the break, Galatasaray. Look at it. They play with like a front six. See, just play through them, and we're at them. That's the way to do it. Luke Shaw, there we go. Into Martial, no, overhit. If we just calm down and play with a bit of composure, they play such a high press in numbers. You play through it, you're at them. 4v4, 5v4. Just got to get some composure back. If we don't win this game, it's criminal. We've only got ourselves to blame. We just got to relax. Oh, fuck off! Get out! I don't believe it, mate. How has he scored from there? Hat-trick of Prats. I don't fucking believe it. I don't believe it. That's just bloody ridiculous. I think this is the keeper's fault again. Bring back David De Gea. He's not doing anything. I just don't believe it. Look, that shouldn't go in. That shouldn't go in. You can say, well, Mainu should be a bit stronger, but I don't think he should. That shouldn't be going in. That is terrible positional sense. That is like, he's got the positional sense as a blindfolded moth. That is absolute shite. That is a hat-trick of errors. That should not go in. That shouldn't be going in. No way. Oh, Garnacho. Oh, go on. Oh. This is incredible. Like, he's literally cost us all 3 goals. I'd just shoot on sight if I was them. You should never, ever, ever get beaten from there on your front post. I feel sick. And I've had a big dinner. I'm not hungry. 3-3. How many goals have we conceded in the Champions League? 14! 14 goals in 5 games. 14 goals in 5 games. We can still win this. We will. I think we will get chances on the break. We've got to go for this now. Number 7 United says, I know we give him time, but honestly, Onana is never going to be good enough out of Europe before a ball has been kicked in the other game. No, we're not out. We can still win this game. I can't believe we're having to work in the last 20 minutes to win this game. We should be 3-0 up. Every goal is preventable from the goalkeeper. Eric says, awful goalkeeper, but he's got a great first touch. Onana was bad at Inter, mate. I don't know why people don't know that. Another Ten Hag signing, says Vita. Well, look, there's not many of us. You know my stance. I was loyal to De Gea. I wanted to keep De Gea. The grass ain't always greener. De Gea doesn't let any of those goals in. None of those go in with De Gea. We never should have done it. I don't get... We let a better keeper go for free to spend £50 million on his replacement. It just makes no sense. Mark, how is it possible for us to score 12 goals in 5 games and only have 1 win? I still think we can win this game, but the fact that we've took this. I mean, Galatasaray are trying to win it. It's still there to be won for Man United on the break if we can play through them. Look, I despair at the player ratings. We have got the player ratings. There's still 20 minutes to go. They've got a 4v3 here. Icardi. Oh, it's a good interception by Martial. Lindelof. I wasn't joking about the paper bag, Mark, says Michael. And we can never celebrate too early. It's always this, says Jay. And if we want to be completely honest with ourselves as a fan base, then we can say Onana has single-handedly cost us the Champions League. Well, it's not over yet, HW. But Galatasaray are on the break. We look a bit ragged here. We look a bit ragged here. Vita, thank you very much. It's end to end. Well done, Garnacho. Oh, CX done really well, actually. This club can never let me be happy, says Zeus. 14 goals in 4 games since we had a clean sheet and our only win. It's unbelievable, says Uncle Drew. We don't deserve to be in the Champions League. Look at the stats, Mark. It's absolutely disgusting. We're still in it, Jack. I still think we can do this. If we just calm the fuck down and pass the ball, we can play through them. They're trying to win it. They should be fucking happy with a draw. If I was them, I'd think it's bloody my birthday. Lovely ball to Garnacho. We can still win this. I'm telling you. Oh, he's a bit unlucky there, Garnacho. Have a shot. Oh, just wide. Just wide. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. We're very close to 770,000. In fact, we're only 10 away. Bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. Match reaction after this with the player ratings. I'm going to drop player ratings in the video description in a minute. Garnacho wasn't too far away there. Imagine Onana's score. Oh, I'm in shock. I'm just in total shock here. Here we go. Wide, McTominay. Wide. Pass. Fucking pass, you twat. Fucking shooting from 35 yards. You're not playing for fucking Scotland against Lithuania. We're playing for fucking Manchester United. Pass the fucking ball. You've got a 3v2. Greedy bastard. Pass. We need to win, mate. We're not 4-0 up. Get the stats on the screen, says Jack. Why is he not passing there? If you've got no one else in front of you, have a shot. He's got options. He's got Martial. He's got Anthony. Play him in. There'll be another goal in this game. I'm telling you now. There's a goal for Manchester United in this game. Stats are on the screen for you, Jack. From one of the best defenders to worst defensive team to one of the worst, and only one thing has changed, as Barry. That's a goal kick. What position will United come in the group stage, says Yusuf? I mean, we can still bloody qualify. Delo and Pelistri coming on. Oh, man. 6-goal thriller. Yeah, it should be 6-0 to us. I really think we should be winning this 5. We literally should be winning this 5 or 6-0. Football, eh? Look, I think at Old Trafford we played shit and they deserved it, but as he took Garnacho off. Good play by Anthony. Delo. Oh. Who did he take off there? Delo's on for Wan-Bissaka, I think. Obviously, he's kept McTominay on. Well, to be fair, McTominay could get us a goal. I don't know why he's took Garnacho off for Pelistri and kept Anthony on. Greetings, Mark. I think if there was to be a Man of the Match award for the worst player on the pitch, McTominay would easily win. But at least he's scored, Owen. At least McTominay has scored. I think that's why you keep him on the pitch, don't you? He's got this amazing ability to score goals when it matters. Looking at our group, we should have easily come second, says Zeus. Oh, 100%, yeah. Pelistri. Oh, over the bar. With this result, the only way is Copenhagen win the last game and we beat Bayern, says Shahin. Still time. Garnacho looked tired, apparently. Right, I'm going to drop the link in the video description for the player ratings. Lindelof. I can't, to be honest, I can't even say that not picking Varane has been the mistake, because to be fair, I don't think we've defended brilliantly, but it's been okay. Every goal is because of the, you know, I think Maguire's done okay. I think Lindelof's done okay. They've not cost us any goals. The goals have got nothing to do with the bloody centre-backs or the full-backs. You know, you could have had fucking Van Dijk and Diaz at centre-back and we still would have conceded 3 goals. Oh, well intercepted, Maguire. Now pass it out. That's good. Just got to pass through them. That's all you got to do. There's so much space. Luke Shaw, this is lovely. Driving with Luke Shaw into Pelistri. He's played a bad pass there. Next goal wins. Next goal wins this. I fancy us to do it. I really do fancy us to do it. Here's Pelistri. Just cut it back. Oh. Look at McTominay throwing his hands up in the fucking air. You think that's really going to help? He should have passed it. Double substitution for Galatasaray. Remember, a draw for them is not bad. I don't know why Galatasaray are trying to win this game. I don't know why Galatasaray are trying to win this game. It's 3-3. A draw's not bad for them, mate. Need some luck. Close that door. Don't let the dog in. How's your day been?
Good.
10 minutes to go. 3-all. It was 3-0. It should be 3-0. Guess why it's 3-all?
Why?
Harry Maguire has made loads of mistakes again. He hasn't really. Goalkeeper's made 3 massive mistakes. You'd be better in goal. Look how small you are. 60% possession, and they have more shots and double the shots on target. How have we let that happen when we were 2 up? Bottle jobs, says Jack. This club's a car crash. It's awful, but I can't look away, says Zez. And I honestly don't know of Ten Hag season, Anthony, championship level. I think he's played well, 58 go. How was your play date?
Good.
What's wrong with you? You look tired, me.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Go on, get some.
I've got no spelling test.
Why?
Because we're going to the pantomime.
Back of the net.
What?
That's good news, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll see you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
That's an analogy for where we're going if we don't win this game. The pantomime, Europa League. You know what? I think there's part of me that feels like I'm pissed. I still can't believe this is 3-3. There's a part of me that just can't believe. I just can't believe we're not winning. That's why I keep saying I think we'll score the winner. Because if we don't win this game, I just don't know what I'll think. I don't really understand why Galatasaray are trying to win the game either. Shot by Zaha, straight at Anana. What? Somebody explain to me why they're trying to win this game. I mean, if they win it, they're through, I suppose. This has got to be a goal. Delo. We've got to look at Palestri on the back post. Look at Palestri on the back post. Bruno, shoot! Shoot, Bruno! Oh, he's at the fucking post. He's almost hit it too well. From that distance, that's an amazing shot. It's just, he's almost hit it too well. He's beat the keeper, but he's not hit the post. Got 5 minutes, mate. How have you put? You know, whatever happens now, I'll be ecstatic if we get a winner here. But how have we put ourselves in this position? Great to see the junior on the screen, says Harish. And you might as well have put Weghorst as keeper. Good with the feet. Ten Hag, the bozo, says Parker. Maguire heads it away. I mean, credit to Galatasaray. They could just shut up shop. Shot by Zaha. They could just shut up shop. If I was Galatasaray, I'd take the point and fancy ourselves against Copenhagen. The fact that they've not shut the shop up is good for us. There's still so much space on the break. Good interception. We've got to score from here. Bruno. Oh, wants a foul. Doesn't get it. Oh. How long's left here? 5 minutes. Oh, God. So there's still so much bloody space, though. I can't. Luke Shaw. Nice little ball into Palistri. Little back heel. Oh. Bruno. Martial. Oh. Shaw. Shoot. Palistri. McTominay. He'll shoot. Fucking rubbish. Oh, fuck off. I can't believe this. You know, the time's ticking down now. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. This is incredible. This is incredible, isn't it? That's it, isn't it? Pro clubs, Thursday night club, gone. Long soak in the bath on a Thursday night with a glass of red wine, gone. Back in the fucking Europa League. Or worse, not in Europe at all, and then we're bloody broke. I can't believe this. Does Onana oil his gloves? It's a Sheriff. I mean, I just can't believe it. We've won this game. How often does that happen that a goalkeeper costs you 3 goals? Like 3 mistakes. We scored 3 legit goals here. 3 legit goals. And we've conceded 3 keeping mistakes. It's just, ain't it fair, ain't it bloody fair, eh? Free kick to United. How long is he going to add on? Galatasaray still coming through. Probably a good game for the neutral. I feel sick. Go on, Tony. Go on. Pass McTominay. Yes. Anthony. Delo. Oh. Jesus Christ. What's that? I can't watch this anymore. What's going on here? I thought we were offside. He was onside. So Delo's onside. Palestri, how's he missed that? I thought they were going to blow it for offside. That is a bloody miss, that is. That is a miss. Oh. Well done, Mainu. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Oh, can't fucking deal with this. I can't deal with the Europa League. We better bloody score. We've won this game. We've won this game. I can't believe we're drawing this game. We've won this game. You can't draw a game where you score 3 goals. We've won this game. Oh, Maguire's never going to get that. He won't get there till next week. Oh. You know what? I've seen some terrible United performances in my time. I can't believe this. This is just ridiculously frustrating. We've won this fucking game. How have we not won this game? 3 goals. 3 bloody mistakes. Man. Delo. Corner. Well, now's your moment. Now's your moment, Harry. Get this corner right. It all comes down to this. Bruno. That's going to stay in. Free header. Free cross. Mainu, take your time. Good cross. Headed away. Anthony, Luke Shaw, good cross. McTominay, fucking hell. I just don't. I know he scored a goal, but he may as well play with fucking 10 men. I just don't get this. I really don't get this. 50 seconds to go. How are we drawing this game? Absolutely, Joe. I can't. It's going to take me a long time to come down here. I feel higher than a giraffe's cock. I just can't believe it. I can't believe this. This is just incredible. United aren't in Europa League. United aren't in Europa League at the moment. Says no, I know. We can't afford not to be in Europe at all. That's it. Fucking that's it. Oh, I can't believe it. Fucking idiots. Absolute ridiculous. Absolute fucking joke. That is unacceptable. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna have to take a minute before the match reaction. That is absolutely unacceptable. Unacceptable. That's all I've got at the moment. Unacceptable. Player ratings, links in the video description. We'll be over on the match reaction. I'm going to fucking unload on this because I'm fuming. I'll see you on the match reaction in a minute.